Since 1961, at least 151 orcas have been captured from the wild, and at least 127 of these orcas are now dead. So the question is, did they die of old age? And the answer is no, they did not. Well, according to SeaWorld, they did. According to them, orcas can reach an age of 20 to 25 years old, which is almost the same as in the wild. But research and statistics show that orcas can reach the same lifespan as humans in the wild. They can reach ages up to 80 or 90 years old. So SeaWorld is actually lying about this. And I'm going to tell you why I think, and this is my statement, orcas should not be captivated for the amusement of humans. So next to the fact that they die at a lot younger age, they have a lot of health issues. They have skin irritations because they are exposed to a lot of UV light, because the waters in which they swim in captivity are very shallow. So in the wild they swim in much darker and deeper water. So they have a lot of skin issues, and in the wild, they have a very straight dorsal fin, and in captivity, the dorsal fin collapses a lot. Like 90% of all orcas in captivity have a collapsed dorsal fin, and the dorsal fin is the fin at the orca's back. And in the wild, it's less than 1% that has a collapsed dorsal fin. So people believe that it's because in captivity, they can't swim for long straight lines because there's no space for that. So the muscles in their dorsal fin don't develop enough, and that's why it collapses. And this is not a natural occurring thing to these animals. So next to these health issues, and there are a lot more, they have a lot of mental issues, and this starts at the moments that they are captured. And this is how they captured them. First of all, it's called mass captivity, which is crazy, but they will herd in a group of animals with speedboats, and they will take the young ones and take them away from their moms, which doesn't happen in the wild. Females will stick together for their entire life. They get locked up in metal boxes until they're ready to be shipped out. And the moms who know they're in danger will stay there, and they will cry out for their young ones days in a row. And that's a really nice picture to have. And then they're locked up for the rest of their life, whilst having that picture in their mind of their mom crying out for them. And so they're traumatized to begin with. Then they get locked up in this tank with different orcas, which also doesn't happen in the wild. And we can't understand the feelings that orcas have, because killer whales have an extra part to their brain which humans don't have, and it's connected to the emotional part of their brain. So we can even comprehend what they're feeling at that moment, because we can literally not feel what they feel. We don't have that part of our brain. So these animals are ripped away from their family, are traumatized for the rest of their lives, are locked up with no stimulation, they're food deprived, they are scared, they're lonely, they can't communicate with the other animals because you can compare their sounds with languages, so they don't understand each other. Every family has their own sounds and their own language, and they get extremely bored, and this shows up a lot because they get aggressive. They get aggressive towards each other. There have been orcas that killed each other, and they get aggressive towards themselves because they're so bored. They show signs of psychosis, of depression, of schizophrenia even, and there have been multiple orcas that started just smashing themselves into the walls of their tanks, and they died of their own injuries. And next to them hurting themselves and other whales in captivity, they are aggressive towards humans. And in the last 50 years, there have been over 90 reports of killer whales attacking their trainers. And in the wild, there has not been one known incident between humans and orcas. They're part of the dolphin family and they're very, very kind-hearted naturally. So it just shows that taking them away from their natural habitat, from their families, from their loved ones, you just make these aggressive and frustrated animals just because you want people to pay for them to do some tricks. I just think the only thing I can think is just find something else to watch or enjoy. I don't know, play a game of football or something, but don't hurt these animals because of your own fun. Just stop and think for a moment and think what you're doing to these animals. And that's why I think they shouldn't be held in captivity. They are a danger to themselves, to each other, and towards humans.